Hi, today we're going to do a piece based on the artwork by Jasper John, Numbers in Colour. You can see from the example here, I'm just doing two colours which I've matched to his painting. What you will need for this piece of work: a piece of white paper, I've just used white printer paper, colours, and I've used pencils, crayons, markers, anything you can find in the colours that you've chosen to use, a pencil, maybe an eraser, and maybe some scissors. So first thing is to look at the colour wheel and decide which pairs of colours you're going to use. And what we're looking at is using our complementary colours, which is our colours that are directly opposite each other on the colour wheel. So the one that I showed you was blue and orange. I'm going to use for this piece green and red, but you may choose to do yellow and purple. So decide which one you're going to do and collect all your materials together in those colours. To start with, we just need a grid, and the easiest way to do a grid is just to fold. So we're going to fold our paper in half, just like we do if we were making a book. And then we're going to fold it in again so that we get our piece of paper in quarters. Now we're going to do two more folds, and they're basically just halving it, each one in each direction. So one that way and one that way. It gets a little bit harder to fold as it gets thicker. But it's just a really quick way to get a grid without us having to measure it all out. And you can see when we open it up, we've got a row of 4 rectangles and a row of 4 rectangles this way. So we actually only need 9. So the first thing we're going to do is actually to cut one of the columns off. And then one of the rows off. So what we've got left is a grid of just 9, 3 across, 3 down. So inside that, you are going to write your numbers 1 to 9. You can decide what sort of design you want to do, but make sure they fill up your rectangle as much as you can. So I'm going to do some that are going to be pretty rounded. And just, play around with it. Whatever you decide you numbers want to look at. Mine are sort of going to be at an angle, but they're going to fill up the whole of your rectangle. You can make it up. I'm going to do one piece down there. There's no right or wrong with this, just make sure they're nice and big to fill up the whole of your piece. So we've got our number sequence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, filling up all those boxes. And then all you're going to do is you're going to use your different materials in the colours that you've chosen to colour them in. Now this doesn't have to be very tidy, but you're going to cover the whole of the white paper. Play around with it. You can mix colours together, see if they look different from each other. I've used red inside, so maybe I'm going to go for for green on the outside, so that I've got my complementary there, or maybe you're going to mix them together. It's entirely up to you. I've got some lighter greens in there, so maybe I'm going to mix those in with that one, so it goes from light to dark green. Colour the whole of the things in. Have a feel. If you want to get darker borders to them, think about actually going over with your complementary colour, and you will find that the two complementaries together, where they mix, will make a darker neutral colour, almost to black. So you can play around with using that in your design. this is what it's going to look like at the end. Your version might be slightly different colours, but I've decided to do a pattern with a red background and then a green background going all the way through. You might want to do that, or you might want to do something else, but colour the whole piece in.